Hello guys, today we're going to talk about how to receive a perfect score in the SAT. Part 1 is reading. This is one of the hardest sections of the SAT to improve. So I suggest you watch this video and take notes. So timing is the most stressful part of the SAT reading. To do better on timing, I think you should spend 8 minutes reading and 5 minutes answering the questions. You need to actually get used to this strategy, but it works because as you are more fluent in the passage, the questions become easier. Spend 10 minutes on the first passage and devote a bit more time on harder passages like history. Take a 30-second break in the middle. Close your eyes after passage 3. This actually clears your mind of toxins and stress, and I highly recommend this in order to reduce stress and maximize efficiency. Definitely practice with this break because this break can clear your mind off of the first 20 to 30 questions, and you won't feel bad. All your feelings will be neutral, so you'll be ready for the second part of the SAT, and your accuracy for part 2 will equal the accuracy of part 1, which you want. And don't keep on looking at the clock because that's a waste of 5 to 10 seconds, and this time can add up quickly. Timing is precious, so don't constantly stare at the clock. This is the most important strategy of the SAT reading section. It's not even a strategy. It's to be interested in the school and the world. And you can do this by reading. You should develop the interest in the SAT reading section. You should know that the SAT reading section comprises of 5 passages: literature, humanities, natural science, and social science. So pretty much every single school subject. So be interested in these subjects and learn something new. You never know what you could learn could be related to what the SAT article is. Even if it isn't, your taste for reading would develop and you would be more aware of the world around you. You'll feel a great interest towards knowledge. So don't fake interest. You have to actually develop the interest and do what you like in order to succeed. This is true not just for the SAT, but for life in general. Literature. Read books for fun if you can. Take AP English Literature and Composition if you can. Read narratives and short stories. Read The Great Gatsby. I suggest you read this. It is a relatively easy book to read that is enjoyable and depicts life in the 1920s United States. Even if you read it already, there's nothing wrong in rereading this book. This was one of my favorite books to read for fun, and I recommend you read this book, and it really helped my literature score go up in the SAT reading. Okay, social science. This is the most fun section of the SAT reading as it relates to the real world. You should develop an interest in human psychology, economics, and technology. Read studies on jobs and happiness because that relates to human psychology. Happiness is often talked about in the section. So read articles on happiness. Read The Economist. Read technology articles from BBC. You should do very well on this section. This section's the give me points. History, this is one of the hardest. It's the most dreaded part of the SAT reading. It's articles written by 1600s, 1700s, 1800s colonial authors, and it focuses on government issues. So you should read articles on Declaration of Independence, slavery with points of views of the slave and the owner, Civil War, North versus South, women's right, economics policies, taxes, federalism, amendments, president speeches, African American rights, rights in general, and schooling. Usually dual passages means that you should read articles that deal with conflicting point of views for each of these issues. If you do this, you'll be in good shape. It'll prepare you for what you should see on the SAT reading. You don't really have to know the information, but if you read these articles, you'll feel more interested as you read this information on the SAT day, and this will improve your score. I recommend that you take an AP US History class or AP Government class so you can review these articles to a deeper extent. Read books such as The Articles of Confederation, The Constitution, and Washington's Farewell Address. I recommend you spend a lot of time on the history so your score can improve from 50 to 100 points. How to take the test. So how do you take the test? You should first read the introduction of the article to see what time period it was written in and what issue was focused upon. Read the article thoroughly for 7 to 8 minutes. You can answer the questions normally as you would if you're a decent scorer, But if you feel that you always pick the wrong answers, cover the answer choices and think of your own answer and write this out with a pencil. Match this answer to the best answer in the SAT. You'll obviously do much better. Look for wrong answer choices. If one word is wrong in the SAT, the entire answer is wrong. Eliminate wrong answers. Be optimistic. I know you got this. Let's say one passage was hard. Try again. Do better next time. The best review strategies are to analyze all your mistakes. See what type of questions you get wrong and focus on those types of questions. If you get vocab questions wrong, read more. Read harder passages such as the Articles of Confederation. Or if you have time, look at an SAT vocab list. But don't just simply memorize vocab words. Rather, use these vocab words in real conversations and emails. Retake an SAT reading section till you get a perfect. Do not just disregard a practice test because of a low score. Keep on trying until you get perfect. This is a good practice. Read 5 to 6 articles a day and actually like them. This will overall help develop your awareness throughout the world. Okay, this is a desperate strategy. I don't recommend this strategy without practice. This is meant for evidence-based questions when you don't have time to read the passage. So you should read the 4 pieces of evidence and bracket them and see which one answers the previous question with the best answer. And you should use this to find the answer to the previous question. Again, this is not recommended for use, but I'll make a future video explaining this method if there is demand. So good luck on the SAT reading. I know you can get perfect. The best method to improve your scores is to actually read and develop an interest in reading. I hope you can do this. This is one of the hardest sections to improve. So there's nothing else I can say but read. Read 5 to 6 articles a day and you'll do really well. Thank you for watching this video. Please smash the like button and subscribe.